Offering no thanks to an obviously unscheduled interruption by whoever, Phase 2 of Wrongful Convictions has been retitled into, well, what happens when you get convicted. It's called This Is Bullshit. Well, we're going for Phase 2 now. Let's do this again. I ain't no motherfucking failure. I got all night.
Are you really so away from me? Do you really don't want me to see? I tried to reach you, but I fell from the sky. I didn't want to, but I needed to try. I'd like to reach your endless mind. That seems so endlessly confined. Unveil the truth that lies behind. On your endless way, it's so easy to know what you're gonna say. Every day and every night, I don't want to, but I'll have to fight. I'd like to reach your endless mind. That seems so endlessly confined. Unveil the truth that lies behind. That seems so endlessly confined.
Starts. All right, we here. Here we are. Oh man, I tell you. Yeah. There's a reason why I had to start up another show and call this one "This Is Bullshit." Because when you try to talk about a subject that's important, what do? Well, I don't know what everyone else was doing, but I was trying to make this bastard work. Work for me, bitch! And I wasn't talking to anyone else but my computer because there was no one else here. Well, it was my mom serving me up a sandwich, and then that's when everything went wrong. It wasn't because the sandwich on my mom wasn't sandwich gate. It was mom came up at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it's like, that never happens. Anytime. So, not making mom the fall reason, making this computer a bad reason. This is why We love to have our privacy in America, even when we pay our rent at our mom's house. However, like a line from CB4, just because I had the blood on my hands doesn't mean I stabbed the man. You know what? That's actually truth. If it didn't come so well out of the mouth of a comedian, that was truth right there. Because how well do we like to throw, the blood was on your hands, you stabbed that man. Well, I'm going to talk about some situations that's really important, but I'm going to do it through audio. Just please shout me an inbox if the audio is messed up, because I have my Facebook on and I can see you. And if you don't want to say, you don't sound good, shut up. Well, I'll know who the smartasses are when I see them. So, anything other than that, I'm going to play some audio right now. It's going to come on with my YouTube come on, because I'm going to try to see how well this works. If it don't work by now, I'm going to discuss while this thing is loading. Yo, who remembers Scotty Hochstetter? The awesome guy, friend with this network. Great friend to this network. And also, let's not forget Andrew Rose, marvelous guy. These are some awesome people we know of. And know, personally, some of us. And have been friends of this network, or their families have friends to us in other networks and this network. Let's not forget some of this. But 25 cases of people wrongfully accused has come by fact list 25 on YouTube.
Hello, Mr. Khaled. Do you have a tax question?
I hate commercials. That didn't mean pause without my permission. I didn't say mute.
Breakfast from time to
Ah, shut up. Mute. I wish I could do that. Alright, we're gonna get this until the computer starts stop it beating itself off already. Come on now. Let's get one. Not my day for media and computers, ladies and gentlemen. Not my day. One damn second it's giving me this much problems. Sound like an ex, some of y'all? 1 second each time, 10 babies later, a murder charge. Now that sounds like a conspiracy theory only a theorist can make up. And this thing is pissing me off, so I'm just gonna keep right on talking. But this thing don't know how to behave. Parents don't understand. Bullshit, they know how to fuck with you. That's why we got politicians in the world. And setups. So, anything other than that, this thing is not going to stop messing up. So, what I'm basically trying to get to is there's a lot of people out there locked up and sitting in jail for shit they ain't did. Heck, we know.
I'm back.
How exciting.
Yeah. Skip! Here we are. Alright, there it is. Whoop. There it is.
Number 25, Sally Clark. In 2007,
Y'all
Sally
hear
Clark
that?
died of alcohol.
Damn it, me and my big mouth. Alright, we still rolling. Still working. Jesus. Unsave all bitch. Oh, this is not my night. Yo.
Poisoning after not being able to recover from the horrors and false accusations of her conviction and imprisonment. Psychiatric issues like alcohol dependency syndrome stem from the alleged murders of her two sons, one in 1996 and the other in 1998. In January 2003, her convictions were all overturned, stating the deaths were of natural causes and that evidence had been tampered with. Number 24, Angela Cannings. The case of Sally Clark was not the only one of its kind. There were several, and one of the worst is Angela Canning's ordeal. After her son's deaths in 91 and 1999, and serving her sentence for a year, the results of further investigation revealed that her family had a significant history of sudden death syndrome. In 2003, her conviction was overturned, but her family was already split apart, and a prison inmate continued harassing her. Number 23, Thomas Kennedy. Being falsely accused by her own daughter of raping her several times is probably a father's worst nightmare. Because some of the evidence seems so authentic, Thomas Kennedy was sentenced to 15 years in prison. After 9 years, Cassandra, his daughter, owned up to falsely accusing her father and confessed that the physical evidences of rape were because she had sexual relations with a boy in second grade. The boy, already an adult by the time she revealed the truth, released a statement saying that what she said was indeed true. Number 22, Nora Wall. Nora Wall is a former Irish nun of the Sisters of Mercy who was wrongfully convicted of rape in June 1999 and served 4 days of a life sentence in July 1999 before her conviction was overturned. Wall was the first woman in the history of the Irish state to be convicted of rape, the first person to receive a life sentence for rape, and the only person in the history of the state to be convicted on repressed memory evidence. Number 21, Richard Jewell. Suspected as the main culprit in the bombing of the Olympic Games in Atlanta, Richard was paid back for his vigilance in forwarding to the police a package which he thought was suspicious. A little while later, it blew up the venue, and fingers pointed at him for killing one and injuring hundreds. Even though he wasn't really convicted, the fact that his reputation was tarnished and that he was villainized because the whole ordeal was bad enough. Number 20, Tammy Marquardt. After the 2011 exoneration of her conviction of murdering her 2-year-old son in 1993, Tammy keeps her hopes up in finding her other 2 sons who were put up for adoption while she was in prison for 14 years. Her son was said to have died from an epileptic seizure rather than being murdered by her. Number 19, Linda Jack. Yet another case of DNA evidence swinging the proceedings in favor of the accused is the case of Linda Jack, who was convicted of murdering her daughter. She was exonerated years later when the DNA analysis results pointed to her companion, Dennis Donahue, who was before that also linked to a case separate from the Jacks. Number 18, Daryl Hunt. Although there was no evidence linking Daryl to the alleged rape he was being convicted of, a supposedly racist jury went ahead and convicted him anyway. He served 19 years starting in 1984, but thanks to DNA testing, he was cleared of the rape and is now fighting back by helping others in his position. Number 17, the Mickelberg brothers. The case that brothers Ray, Peter, and Brian Mickelberg were involved in was famously known as the Perth Mint Swindle, a robbery of 49 gold bars weighing 68 kilograms that was valued at $2.02 million in 2011. And yes, like the others on this list, they didn't do it. A movie and a book were produced and published to present the real story behind their infamous ordeal, since the 2 surviving brothers are still fighting to win the case against the Western Australia police for allegedly framing them. Number 16, Dewey Bozzella. Dewey is a former amateur boxer who's best known for being imprisoned for a conviction which was eventually overturned. Convicted in 1983 for the murder of an elderly woman, Bozzella served 26 years in prison before his conviction was overturned in 2009. Lawyers discovered new evidence that had been suppressed by prosecutors showing Bozzella was in fact innocent and had been framed. Number 15, Gary Conlon. Why would you admit to a crime that you never committed? Gary Conlon probably asked himself this question after the Irish Republican Army bombing in 1974. Thankfully, he was exonerated when there was evidence which claimed that the police had tortured him to own up to a crime he never knew anything about. Number 14, Arthur Allen Thomas. When law enforcement is corrupt, the people suffer. Arthur Allen Thomas learned this all too well when he was convicted of a double murder case in 1970, all because of a rifle cartridge case that was planted in the garden of the house where the murders took place. Although the police who planted the case are now dead, the authorities are still conducting a thorough review of the original investigation to get to the bottom of the incident. Number 13, Reuben Carter. Reuben Hurricane Carter fought professionally as a middleweight boxer from 1961 to 1966. In 1966, he was arrested and wrongly convicted for a triple homicide in the Lafayette Bar and Grill in Paterson, New Jersey. He and another man, John Artis, were tried and convicted twice for the murders, but after the second conviction was overturned in 1985, prosecutors chose not to try the case for a third time. Number 12, Stephen Truscott. A 14-year-old Canadian student was sentenced to death in 1959 for the murder of a classmate. He was supposed to be the youngest person ever placed on death row, but a temporary reprieve was granted to postpone the execution and eventually was commuted to life imprisonment. Things turned around in his favor, and almost 50 years later, Truscott was awarded $6.5 million in compensation after he was acquitted. Number 11, Dr. Samuel Holmes Shepard. Being accused of beating to death his pregnant wife, Marilyn Reese Shepard, landed him 10 years in the state penitentiary. He was then convicted of murder and earned a sentence of life imprisonment. Although he insisted that his wife was killed by a man with thick dark hair and a white shirt who attacked him as well, no one believed his story until 1966 when his conviction was overturned in light of new evidence. Number 10, John P. Davies Jr. As an expert in Chinese relations in China, John Patton Davies Jr. predicted that the communists under Mao Zedong would win the Chinese Civil War.
Can you call again?
Because of this comment, his loyalty to the United States was questioned. Even though no one could substantiate the claims, he was still asked to resign. Since he refused to resign, he was fired. 10 years later, he was finally exonerated and eventually returned to the United States after having left with his family. Number 9. Mahmoud Hussein Matan. When you're in the right place at the right time, either you're given an incredible opportunity or a horrible twist of fate befalls you. Mahmoud is a victim of the latter. After he arrived in Wales, he was wrongfully accused of killing a woman. In spite of testimony stating that he wasn't the culprit, certain evidence was twisted and used to convict him, eventually leading to a death sentence. He was the last person hanged in Cardiff prison and the only convict whose family was ever compensated after he was exonerated more than 40 years following his death. Number 8. General John D. Lavelle. Another case of wholehearted service to the country gone depressingly wrong is that of General John D. Lavelle, who was stripped of his ranks because of allegations of misconduct over bombing missions in the Vietnam War. A little over 20 years after his death, President Obama nominated him posthumously back to the grade of general on the retired list. Information was released that General Lavelle was only following orders and that the misconduct was in fact higher up the chain of command. Number 7. Charles Butler McVeigh III. The commanding officer of the heavy cruiser USS Indianapolis was blamed for its 12-minute sinking with 300 of his men going down along with it. Although he committed suicide in 1968, he was finally exonerated in 2001. He's the only captain who was ever court-martialed for the sinking of a ship. Number 6. Thomas and Meeks Griffith. Who would have thought that an almost centuries-old case would have had such a monumental ending? Thomas and Meeks were executed after their conviction in 1915. They were sentenced for the 1913 murder of Confederate veteran John Q. Lewis. There were others who were executed with them for the same reason. These wealthy brothers sold their property to pay for their defense against the allegations, but in the end were still executed. Number 5. Holly Harvey Crippen. For murdering and dismembering his wife, Holly Harvey was executed in 1910. In 2007, with the help of genetic evidence, it was found that the body under the brick floor of the basement that was initially said to be of his wife's was actually of a man's. Even with this development, the authorities still will not hear the case to overturn his conviction. Number 4. Alfred Dreyfus. Alfred Dreyfus was a French artillery officer of Jewish background whose trial and conviction in 1894 on charges of treason became one of the most tense political dramas in modern French and European history. Known today as the Dreyfus Affair, the incident eventually ended with Dreyfus's complete exoneration. Number 3. Jean Calas. Jean Calas, a French Protestant, became the symbol of religious intolerance in France. Catholicism was the state religion of France, which did not legally recognize other preferences in years old. 25 years after execution, a court authorized by Pope Calixtus III examined the trial, pronounced her innocent, and declared her a martyr.
I don't know if any of y'all heard all that, but I hope the audio came out very well. You didn't hear me more goofing off in the background with a phone. But yo, you notice they said with the Salem witch trials, they said 1962 and 1963 on purpose. It didn't date back then, but you notice that video said that. And you notice how they ended it. So let's replay that real quick. Right here. Right about. Right there.
Of prosecutions that led to the untimely deaths of those who were alleged to practice witchcraft in 1962 to 1963 shows how the power struggle of those who are in authority can affect the fate of the innocent lives around them. And number 1, St. John.
It was really 1602 and 1603. They put a correction at the bottom, but they ended it with, this goes to show You know what goes to show? When you tell the truth or you do anything outside the social norm, you are going to get the trials whooped out of you or put through you. It's fact that you do anything, even if it be a truth. Oh, some truths don't need to be said. No, they do, especially if it's not appropriate, because that's not always a bad thing. Was Jesus not appropriate to all you Christians? Oh no, you don't dare say that in Jesus' name. Well, guess what? I'm not. I said something else in Jesus' name that got me on this network, and it was the last time I ever said it on this network. So I ain't saying that one again, but I'm letting y'all know. That promo got me here good. Because that was an ultimate defamation of the Lord rebuke you in Jesus' name. That was my modern way of letting y'all know on the last Friday Night Super Show of 2016 on what freedom of speech is as far as expression. Who hates that more than anything? Government organized religion, with the organization thereof, to set feeble minds in a line like when they want to, and then scatter them like sheep when they want to start wars with each other. Salem witch trials. The only thing is we do it all over the damn planet instead of Massachusetts. Well, there it is, folks. So, wow, yeah. I love some phone calls, so I'm going to dish my number out to some inbox and be like, yo, you want to call me? Let me see what else anybody else is doing right now. I'm going to try calling somebody on myself, see if I can get someone live out there. Oh, damn, the phone's busy. Mom! Oh, man, oh, well. Skype ain't working either. Oh, well, I'll just talk to myself to all of you and let y'all know. Yes, there are times where innocent people are found guilty. Innocent people are lied about. The system just don't work all the time. And I'm sorry, it just doesn't. And if I can admit that as a white guy living in the Catskills where band trials turned into a concert for some people out here, the only thing that was different back then was my mom was 12 and my great-grandma took her up and ran the other direction to Jersey. While my grandma, my mom's mom, my aunt, when she was alive, both of them were alive, done went up here and sinned like the devil, done went to Bethel and sinned right what God said to Abraham. Now that was symbolic to everybody that knew what that meant. Other than that, I'm going to play something else a little bit for you. Let me try to find something else that was an injustice. What can I find on this darn thing? What can I find on this darn thing? Execution error. An error. Well, I've seen that one. I won't hear about that one again. Mischarges of justice. John Thompson, frame up, part 2 of 2. Oh, we already. No. I know I got something for you. I know I got something in my playlist. Let's see if you can hear this. Alright, let me look up some of my playlists. Look up the list, and see what we got here. To let y'all know, yes, there is plenty of social injustice, and we all know that. We don't have to be conspiracy theorists to know what the hell's going on around us. Some of us are on the legal shit, some of us are going on that illegal trip. But either way, Cat Williams said it best on a stand-up. The cops are on some different shit. And they are. They are. But not all of them are bad. Not all of them are good. Some of them are brainwashed like the rest of y'all that might be listening to this crazy nut job on the radio. But all I'm telling you is this. If we got truth in us, the justice system is messed up. And I'm watching my language because my mom downstairs, she cooking in the kitchen. I'd already done made her mad when she came up because I'm trying to do a show. And I'm not supposed to eat when I work. I got in trouble that right in front of her when I worked with Eva on E for Eternity. Made a joke out of myself just for Lou to crack on when I ended up in his program for the first time. Lieutenant, Open Your Mind podcast. Yeah. I walked right into that one when I was too quiet on a show one day. What, you're making a sandwich, eh? No. That's why I kind of didn't need that one at this moment. But sorry, Mommy. But yeah, let me look at something. Wrong. This is the best part of having a computer. You're wrongfully accused and wrongfully convicted. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Wrongfully convicted. Let's look at I am innocent. Chris Teen wrongfully convicted for murder freed after 9 years. Let's look up this guy. Let's see what he has to say. Oh man, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff I can look up here. Look at this guy. A Detroit man who was incarcerated after being wrongfully convicted for murder is walking free after serving nearly 9. Oh, yep, this is a pic. Now this is your listening free. If I get in any trouble, my boss will tell me.
Sources are telling me Devontae Sanford is already being transported
Damn thing.
back to this area and then finally set to be released as early as tomorrow. The 23-year-old has been in prison since he was 14 years old after police said he had confessed to the murders of 4 people. The incredible part of this story is that 2 weeks after the 4 homicides on Runyon Street in Detroit, another man known as Vincent Smothers, a self-confessed hitman, admitted to numerous killings, including those 4 that sent Sanford to prison. Still, remarkably, it's taken this long for state police to examine what Detroit police did with the case all that time, and for the legal system to free the now 23-year-old. An emotional press conference with Devontae's attorney giving us more insight into what's just happened and the significance.
And this case puts it on full display about how things can happen, about how a 14-year-old child can be coerced into giving a false confession, and then how the courts are going to rely on that confession. And what's to say that the court shouldn't rely on it? What's to say that Judge Sullivan shouldn't have relied on that confession? Well, it was his defense attorney's job to challenge that confession.
Right now,
legal aid,
Bill
right.
Proctor, former Action News reporter, and Bill, you worked very hard on this case to bring this to light and to see this young man freed.
Many years ago, we were the first to reveal the misconduct on the part of the Detroit Police Department, essentially orchestrating the confession that sent this young man of diminished mental capacity, by the way, to prison. But then, after all these years, there's a big question for Kim Worthy. Why did it take her so long, knowing that only weeks after Devontae's incarceration, that a very credible confessor stepped forward to say he is responsible?
What does it mean for Devontae and the others who could still be locked up, innocent men, wrongfully imprisoned?
Until proven guilty.
Finally, after all these many years, Devontae Sanford and his family can see justice. But it is extremely difficult because of the prosecutor's decision to simply let what has been done stay in place. It never should be that way. There should always be a review in claims of actual innocence.
Thank you, Bill, for talking with us and for all your hard work bringing this important story to light. Meantime, we want to tell you, Kim Worthy, the prosecutor, having a press conference Thursday morning to talk about this. We will be there to bring you the latest. Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News, reporting from downtown.
Now, on This Is Bullshit News on Last Voice of Liberty Network. That's what I should have titled this shit. I'm going to scare my audience away. Anyway, so, yeah. Oh. This is some messed up stuff, ladies and gentlemen. 10 innocent people wrongfully accused. 6 minutes 41. I think we can go for that a little bit. Yeah, we can do that. Why can't we? I don't know, I think we can.
You need a website.
If
Why
I don't
not
have
do it
all these
yourself?
dang commercials.
With Wix, you can create your own professional website.
And I can say goodbye by skip ad. Now, on This Is Bullshit News.
10 innocent people
If we cannot have a pause without me pausing it.
wrongly executed. Number 10. Carlos de Luna. In 1983, Wanda Lopez was viciously stabbed to death at a gas station. Police arrested Carlos de Luna for the murder, despite there being a lack of physical evidence linking him to the crime. They arrested him because he matched several eyewitness descriptions. De Luna maintained his innocence and accused Carlos Hernandez of the murder. De Luna assumed that the murderer must have been Hernandez, as the two looked so similar that they were often mistaken for twins. However, prosecutors told the jury that Hernandez didn't exist, and De Luna was executed by lethal injection. In 1999, 2 years after De Luna's execution, Carlos Hernandez confessed to the killing. Number 9. Hujat.
Who what?
On April the 9th, 1996, in China, 18-year-old Hujat heard the cries of a woman being raped and attacked in a public toilet. After trying to save her, Hujat phoned the police, only to be arrested for the crime himself.
Oh.
Just 2 months later, Hujat was found guilty and killed by a firing squad. 9 years later, a serial rapist confessed to the crime, proving Hujat's innocence. His parents were offered just $4,300 in compensation. Number 8. Cameron Willingham. In 1991, a fire at Cameron Willingham's family home tragically killed his 3 young daughters. Willingham was arrested on suspicion of using arson to kill his own children. Prosecutors claimed that Willingham had a fascination with violence, an accusation based solely on his Iron Maiden and Led Zeppelin posters.
Oh.
He was found guilty of murder and executed by lethal injection in 2004. But 5 years later, the Texas Forensic Science Commission found sufficient evidence to prove that the fire was just an accident.
Oh, man.
Number 7. Colin Campbell Ross. In 1922, Colin Campbell Ross was working at his wine shop in Melbourne when 12-year-old Alma Tershka was raped and strangled to death in a nearby alley. Colin was arrested, despite several alibis stating that he had never left his shop. After hairs of a similar colour to Alma's were found at his house, he was sentenced to be hanged. 76 years after his execution, DNA testing found that the hairs were not Alma's, and Colin's name was cleared. The real killer is believed to have been a relative of Alma's with a history of paedophilic tendencies. Number 6. The Camden Wonder. In 1660, William Harrison, a manager on the Camden estate, suddenly disappeared. No body was found, but his servant, John Perry, found his blood-stained hat and collar band. John became the key suspect, but maintained his innocence. He later confessed that his brother and mother had murdered Harrison to avoid paying rent. They denied any involvement in the crime, and John later retracted his confession. However, the web of lies they created sent them all to the gallows to be hanged.
Oh.
2 years later, Harrison reappeared in the village, claiming he had been kidnapped and sold as a slave in Turkey.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Larry Griffin. 19-year-old Quinton Moss was shot 13 times in a drive-by shooting in Missouri in 1980. Career criminal and witness to the crime Robert Fitzgerald claimed that 3 black men were in the car, including Larry Griffin, who allegedly fired the lethal shot with his right hand.
Oh.
The fingerprints of Griffin, who was left-handed, weren't found in the car or on the murder weapon, and yet the court found him guilty of murder. In 1995, Griffin was executed by lethal injection, and to this day, the St. Louis court refuses to withdraw his conviction.
Why bother now?
Timothy Evans. In 1950, Beryl Evans and her baby daughter were murdered and their bodies were hidden in the wash house of their back garden. Beryl's husband, Timothy, was arrested and accused of murder, despite a complete lack of evidence. Timothy was sentenced to death by hanging after just a 3-day trial. 3 years after his execution, Evans's neighbour, John Christie, was exposed as a serial killer. Christie confessed not only to the murder of Beryl Evans and her baby, but also to the murders of 6 other women in the house. They included his own wife, who he hid under the floorboards.
Secret garden.
Number 3. Joe Arady.
Oh.
Joe Arady was a 23-year-old man with severe learning difficulties. In 1939, he was arrested after being found loitering near the murder scene of a schoolgirl in Colorado. Although a man called Frank Aguilar confessed to the murder, the police coerced Arady into a confession too, and he was sentenced to death by electric chair. With an IQ of just 46, Arady had little understanding of his impending fate on death row, and spent his final days happily playing with a toy train. It wasn't until 72 years after his execution that he was proven innocent. Number 2. Aisha Ibrahim Dehulo. 13-year-old Aisha Dehulo was walking to her grandmother's house in 2008 when she was raped by 3 armed men. Her aunt took her to the police station to report the crime to Al-Shabaab, the terrorist organization that controlled their city in Somalia. No investigation was made into finding the rapists, and instead Aisha was arrested for committing adultery. As a crowd of 1,000 people gathered, a hole was dug in the ground, and Aisha was buried up to her neck and stoned to death. Number 1. The Griffin Brothers.
I've heard of these guys.
In 1913, John Lewis, a 73-year-old white man from South Carolina, was found shot dead in his home. The murder weapon was traced to Monk Stevenson, but police offered him a life sentence in exchange for testifying against Thomas and Meeks Griffin. They were the two wealthiest black men in the county, who owned over 130 acres of land. An all-white jury and a racist judge who disapproved of black people owning land sentenced them to death by electric chair, despite having no hard evidence against them. It was not until almost 100 years later that historians confirmed the Griffins were innocent.
Hey guys, if you learned something new and you like this video, then...
Wow, man, that's some nutty stuff, yo. That's some nutty stuff, man. And that are the same kind of people that write 5 DSMs and have... Heck, man. 2 of them get written... Well, same one written again twice at number 5. Started in 2012, ended again at 2014. And what's the new excuse? Psychiatric evaluation and mental health is forever changing. Yeah, who's writing the script? Oh, man, and this is stuff you just don't make up. And this is wrongfully accused people we talking about now. Innocent people. Innocent people, either wrongfully accused or wrongfully executed. If it isn't racism, it's just plain all about the money. It's messed up, wrong, and just downright evil. And I'm sorry. It is that it is. It's the most messed up thing we got going in society. Oh, the system works. If the system worked, I wouldn't be riddling on with some good stuff of reasons why it don't right now. And I'm not writing no script, man. I function on my own. It's just sad, the state of affairs we got in this country right now. And it's been going on. It's been going on all over the dang planet. It's the point of knowing. And it's hurtful. It's wrong. It don't just happen to black people. Some of those innocent mothers got locked down and killed and all that other stuff for no reason. And the question is why? Why, ask why? Well, that's why we question everything in society. That's why Jimmy Gray had that good show going on Infinite Source broadcast, or my other family neighboring station, I like to call them, because those people, Rock and Neva and Austin, got some good attention going for them right now, because they are doing very well. Austin been at this for a while. Eva Murmur, my good friend, how you doing over there at All Reality? I can't call you right now, because I'm doing my own right now, but how you doing over there at All Reality? I see that post flying, girl. And, well, I'm gonna call your show. Yo, let's see if I can simulcast. Let me see what I can do right here. Hey man, you live right now, Lee? I'm simulcasting for eternity, for old time's sake. Yeah, I'm gonna call and say something like that. Watch, I'm being recorded. I'm recording myself calling Eva. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm calling Eva. No, watch, if you answer the phone, I'm gonna laugh. Oh hey Eva, guess what I'm doing? We simulcasting by mistake. Oops. Yep. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Why? Because this ain't a wrongfully accused person. It's an old friend calling right now, and darn it, I'm bored. Ain't nobody talking to me. I have more fun talking. Nah, let me shut up. 319 527 6092. It's an e-call. I'm gonna have some fun. Heck, man, it's my show. I can do what I want until I get fired. You know what? See if I get fired. Let me make up a recent call.
Blog Talk Radio.
You know I'm acting crazy now.
Your show is scheduled to start in 37 minutes.
Oh, darn, I'm off.
15 minutes of scheduled showtime.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll fix this script up right now. Where's that box of numbers? Oh, wait, I got you right here. I almost got you. Darn. All by more than 30 minutes. Damn it. Me and my big mouth. Now they expect him. Watch, AJ probably listening like, what's he doing on his show? Having fun, sir. Let's go, JJ. I call AJ. He won't even answer the phone. So let me try calling someone that will. Who can I call? Who can I call? Who can I call? And record. Oh my. Well, heck, man, this is wrongfully accused stuff. I'm proving I'm innocent. I made the call online on radio, Eastside style. Music we are. I called the network owner. Yeah, this is bullshit. I'll fuck with them. Don't call me alert. Let's see how quick I can get you all day. I hope I don't wake my neighbors up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic...
I won't mess with that, but I'll mess with this. We do it like this. So other than that, on the fact that I can prove that what I did at this moment, at this time, with how many calls I can make at any different time, this is bullshit, because now I ain't having no fun. So why not make my show more interesting? Oh yeah, here she is. Host of our reality. This is what we're doing. Hey, how you doing there, Eva? How you doing?
Hey, I'm okay. How's it going with you, Ian?
I was bored and I'm doing the show right now, and I thought I'd call and say hi before your show starts, because I can't call when I'm doing my show. So I figured out while I'm live, I'd just call and say hi. Like I used to do with YouTube. I had to do it, just for old time's sake. I ain't talked to you in a while, girl. What you been doing? This is my old co-host from the West Coast, from Space Coast to Coast to Coast. This is my old friend here, Eva. How you doing? How's you doing, girl?
Oh, am I on the air right now?
Yeah, that's why I called you. YouTube. I remember when I used to do that. This is when you and I, when we first got started, I used to do this with Eva all the time. Before James and Penny be like, let me hook you guys up together and hook you on a spot where I can babysit y'all in pending revelation style.
Well, hello, everybody.
Yeah. So what's your show about tonight?
I'm just getting ready for my show.
What'd you...
lots of stuff to do.
Oh, yeah, especially since I caught you off guard.
I remember those good old days where you used to blindside me.
Oh, yeah, and I did it again. Oops, I did it again. So what's your show about tonight? Help me plug your show. Help me help you.
Open forum, we're going to be discussing the kidnapping of Governor Wildstar and just those old government shenanigans.
You gotta love that line. Wait. The king has been kidnapped? The governor? Who has kidnapped the governor?
He kidnapped on Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, wait. Why was I the last to know this? When was somebody going to tell me?
Because apparently you weren't listening to my show.
Well, apparently I was otherwise occupied.
Marty Pants.
Well, hey, man, at least my pants were on when I was occupied. Oh, wait, let me stop. This is Last Word of Liberty. I can't say this. This is not Infinite Source. I got to be clean here.
Well, dude, I told you that I had a big show coming up. So.
Oh, heck, man, I got a big reason why I can't piss, and I can just not mess with you like this, man. You know, you might come from fly with Cali, like, let's go rescue the government. You know what? I'll be there already. I'll be like, to the Cal Cave. You know, we did a show together called E for Eternity back in the day. She was the E from the other side of the coast. She took my show. She bought a woman's touch in my show. Now, when you made a conspiracy theory that your mother after she's thrown you in the hospital 4 times and took you back like a bad cat, you know you made a friend for both of us.
Yes,
this is not bullshit.
From the West Coast.
Yeah, my California mama right there. Oh, Oh man, I've been talking tonight. I mean, I started to do a show, right? And Mom came up with a sandwich. Of all the times you told me never to do a job, don't do it while your mouth full, you used to say. Well, here it comes. And Lieutenant got me with that. You know, you got a witness. I wasn't talking crap, folks. This is my witness that was there when I was eating during company time. And it was right out of the mic. Mom was right across. She said, you shouldn't do that. What did she do when I was just starting a show before the computer flunks out of me? I tried to do a show called, wrongful convictions. Well, when the sandwich was served, now I didn't want it no more because my computer broke. Because I knew better, and Mom was like, I just want to hang out. I'm like, Mom, you're gonna mess up the show. You brought the sandwich and they jinxed it. Well, look what happened. I came up with another show in the same context, but with a different title called "This Is Bullshit," and that's what happens when wrongfully accused people get locked up for no reason. It's bullshit.
Okay.
And I'm taking my pills. I'm drinking my.
You in a sandwich. You don't have to eat it, okay?
That's like bringing a man, the woman of his dreams in America, and then she real. Oh, you don't have to do nothing, son. You get out of here. That's a sandwich, and it was beef.
Hey, at least you're getting sad, right?
Yeah, I still love my mom. She's cool. She turned 60 this coming. You know that, right? 4th.
I still love my mom. Is that what you said?
No, God, yeah, I go with my tongues again.
I would hope that you love your mother always.
Of course, but yo, I told you she's turning 60 this coming 4th.
Yes, I know.
Oh, you know that. Yeah, you know that like a man better remember your anniversary, like when to call you when they say they're gonna call you, not call you when they're not gonna supposed to. Be like, oh hey, you're live with E.
It's funny, I was just talking to somebody and
about that
came up with about 20 birthdays that are in February. So
what?
Like, whoa.
You know, my great grandmother Nava Shaw used to always say, all the good people are born in February. Well, that's why my grandma was a bad self, because she was July, and I was supposed to be born on her birthday, and she died on Christmas. I guess you're a bad boy if you're born near the 4th or afterwards. My bad self wasn't born on February. Gee, I wonder why. I guess that's why I didn't die young yet. Yo, did you hear about how I had a crossbow fire at me one time? Just recently?
What?
Yo! I'm out there walking Bruno, right? My new dog Bruno. You know about Wolfie. Yo, I'm out in the backyard. I'm walking Bruno. I know people are messing with me. I made a video talking about this crap. And you know what? It happened. I'm walking the dog. So and he's like sniffing, looking at something like he's gonna do something before he's gonna bark before I bite and something. I'm like, I mean, if they got guns on there, we ain't going. I turned Bruno around. This is the part I didn't say to people. I turned my dog around, try to get him to do a U-E towards the house, and I get a crossbow shot fired between my legs, down near, hits my dog in the back of his feet. I'm like, what was that? And then I pop jumped to the very direction where it was coming. I called him a smart ass, and I bent over and said, you missed this spot. My ass is right here. You wouldn't make a good psychiatrist. I was talking shit as I was walking my dog back home. Around them. Yeah.
You're good, man.
Yeah, I bent over and said, you missed! and I just trotted my dog back around the backyard, back to the side of the house, and I told my neighbor about it, because I saw him going out with his dog. I'm like, oh, no, now he ain't going to shoot Stevie and blame it on me now.
As he's hiding his bow behind his back.
He did it! He's the crazy guy next door. Smallwood Clark Luthor guy.
I know nothing.
Oh, they won't buy my. If they can understand my Babylonian English, they ain't gonna believe that I can speak Spanish. I'm too whited out for them. I got out 4 times. Oh, one time I escaped.
You just have to be careful. But Ian, I don't need to be rude.
I know it's almost time to go.
Man. Thanks for letting me entertain you for a few minutes.
Oh man, entertain me. That was the best time I ever had, man. And you know what? It's always a good time with Eva. Eva for eternity, y'all.
It was. And good times, man.
Good times. Yeah.
There's plenty of good times still ahead.
Yeah.
You know,
alright, cool, man. Cool. I think Spreaker done cut me off.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, I love you, man. Take care. Good luck on your show tonight. And I will talk to you later.
Yeah, maybe I'll call the show on mine in. Alright?
Okay, dude. Take care.
Peace. And that was Eva Murmur of our reality of ISB, y'all. Now who am I going to call and bother? This is E. You know what I mean? Oh, no, I'm not going to bother. Oh, yeah, who am I going to bother? No, if I can't get no calls, man, I'm going to call. You don't call me? Fine, I'll call you. Watch. Yeah, I'll turn this show into something funny. Yeah, this is bullshit. Yeah, I just called my friends. They know me. What are the cops getting all mad for? If you ain't laughing like hell, old mental health been looking for something to get on my ass. He's making prank calls. Pushing buttons was not a mental illness last I checked, but then again, I had 4 rounds of this shit, and then a court date when $185 less of your tax dollars went to getting me out. Other than that, let me find some numbers. Yeah, I want to make. Man, this ain't working out. This ain't working out with me working alone. So I'm gonna just mess up. I'm gonna cut up and mess up. Play some music while I'm doing so. Nah, I won't mess with him. You hear me talking like that? Like, who's he gonna bother next? Someone I didn't call, obviously. Officer. I'm just barely neighborhood clock Louisville here. Bald-headed white guy, non-racist conspiracy theorist, pushing buttons and drinking soda, not beer. Oh, wait, I know this one. It's right here. Nah, I'm gonna stop that shit. I better not even try to tread on that ground. I almost called my mom's nurse to fuck with her. Nah, I better not do that. I already heard no. I heard no from all the way down them stairs. I don't have a door neither. It wasn't a Tyler Perry joke. It's my house now. Yeah. Ain't no joke. I don't wear no dress neither. Alright, mom's getting pissed, and I'm gonna call somebody anyway. Now she's gonna look behind the curtain. See, what are you bothering? Nobody, mommy, nobody. Oh, I can hear coming up too. When you hear the steps, you know there's trouble. There's mama. Oh yeah, she making her entrance. I might as well just say, hey mom, come on up. You know what? She probably would have came a lot easier to say hi. Ooh. Hey mom, you want to say hi to the public? I don't know, but I know you're here to babysit. That's okay. You scream. I know everybody hear everything. You know, you're online. You say the wrong thing. Guess who's gonna come and get us? The police. Nah, we cool. This ain't a happy birthday prequel. I'm just having fun, mommy. So how you doing today? Oh, you're online now. You ain't being seen, but you're being heard. What's up, mommy? Talk.
Who you calling?
I don't know. Who am I calling? We're gonna find out. No, tell me who I'm calling. Tammy. What's up?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to reach my phone right now, but leave a message on your number. I'll get back to you.
Oh wait, was that who I thought it was?
It was my old nurse.
Who was that? Oh, that was Kenya? Oh, my bad. I didn't know that number. I thought it was.
Oh my God.
Oh, did you not know? She didn't get on, so it's okay. I would have hung up. I'll hand you the phone on off speaker. Oh, come on, mom. You gotta enjoy my show. You're gonna have some fun up in here. Be high on life. That's me. Come on. I'll put the phone down if you join the show. The gavel down. Going once. Going twice. Come on, it's gonna be your birthday. Don't you throw my soda on me, mama. You know they're hearing this. Come on, mom. Come join me. Come on. You already in and I got the launch pad. Come on. Hurley Day. So, anyway, other than a day like that will never happen. Say something, mom. Tell us how old you're gonna be. How?
60.
Louder.
60.
Louder.
Shut up.
No, I'm on my audience. Yeah, you took 60 years. What have you done? You can pick on me anytime you want now, because now it's live and everybody can hear. Now we turn This Is Bullshit into, oh my God, I've created my own shit. Now come on, mom, say something.
What have I done with the last 60 years?
Let's say something messed up. Go ahead. I do it all the time.
There is not enough time in your life for me, because your life could be shortened.
You could have been grayer. Now you know mom and son get along. Yeah, you didn't see that fist bump, but it happened. So mom, now that we on the line and we talking about some good stuff, tell me how much Rebecca lied about me about Michelle and James Eckert the third.
I don't want to get into
that.
Oh,
please, come on, man. I need to do. This is a live
It
on.
was crazy fucking
Oh, say that again, mama. Say it again. Come on, say it again. That was my line that I used. Come on, say that again. Say crazy ass bullshit.
That isn't what I said.
I didn't say what you wanted to say. You can say it here on Last Voice of Liberty.
I said it was crazy fucking bullshit.
And you know why? It wasn't anything I did, because I didn't harm that kid. Rebecca lied, you lying Grim Reaper bitch. But anyway, I can say what I want here. It's okay. It's released back work, and I can do that. So you can do that. I can do it up here. You can do that too.
It's your line.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
I
It's
just
not.
borrowed it.
Oh yeah. Well, I gave it to you. It wasn't copyright infringement. You made me first. Well, I started saying anything like green beans. I'll hook you up, Mom. I'll give you something. I'll give you a cigarette. Don't worry. I'll roll it for you, and it'll be nice. Here, how about I just exchange the laptop? You just say if you want to say on the laptop on your birthday. Tell about anything you want to say. It's happy birthday on Mommy Llama USA. Let's for the Liberty. Say something, Mom. Back to you, Mommy.
Yeah, Saturday. It's going to be my 60th birthday, and I've adopted the position that 60 is 21 well seasoned. Don't know quite what I'm going to do with my 60th birthday yet, but I hope I have a decent time. Got to be with some friends. And
which I'm not allowed to
all
go
good.
around. I know. It's a sheltered compartment up here I'm in. FEMA region attic home. Yes, it's for you. Yes. My mama llama. She's turning 60 and it's my mama llama. My mama llama. Can someone get some 420? It's my mama llama. Hold on, Mom. Go ahead. I'm going there. I'm rolling it for you, but you got me all entertained. Now you're in pro. Start saying something.
This is why I didn't want an hour, because I can't even do 2 minutes.
Oh man, what up here? You can do anything. Just don't wake up the downstairs neighbor. Everything will be fine. The dogs won't go off. Bruno will be asleep. Won't be asleep or anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just say something nice. Just say, hey, shut up, man. Just do something for fun's sake. Well, yo, mom. Tell everybody what you told everybody what you said if I ever called CPS, what would happen. Confirm my conspiracy story. I told everybody already. You gotta hear it. I gotta come on. It's gotta come from the innocent mom. She didn't get arrested. I knew better. Tell her about me, Lana.
I didn't come up here for you to put me on the spot.
Well, you came up here to stop me with that phone, so you were gonna hear something from somebody. Because I know I'm gonna feel it later. Bow. So, you know, I was prepared anyway. So, anyway, Mom.
In all the calls you're making, you ought to be calling Lee.
I already tried that, but he didn't pick up the phone.
Okay.
He knows when to let the last voice of liberty stand when he lets me on the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring my mom. You know, you came up by yourself to stop me with that terrorism I was doing on the phone, calling Eva up on off guard and stuff, and you throw it. My mom's laughing, man. Am I a terrorist at home, Mom?
Are you what?
Am I a terrorist?
No.
Am I a verbal diarrhea terrorist?
No, you're just a terror.
But that's the difference between terror and terrorist.
Oh, no.
Sort of like an apostle and an epistle. An epistle is a wife and apostle? Ladies and gentlemen, I take my meds and drink my GMO and I go to my appointments. Ask my mother. She's online. Do I go to my appointments, Mother?
Yes, you do.
Do I take them as prescribed? Because if I ain't changed by now, by age 5, you know I ain't changing anything past 36. If anything, I'm enjoying life. You know, that's what life's got to be about, Mom. You got to enjoy your life. You got to enjoy your life. There's people out there that just want to drown you out in all your happiness. And like, oh, I'm not as happy as you. Go fuck yourself then. I'm happy. Don't sound on my shit. And then you say?
I say everybody's responsible for their own happiness.
Right. Which means it's not no self-help. It's your own mental health you got to secure. It's got to be your choice. Sing it, Mama. Sing it, Mama Llama.
Oh. Things I should say at 60. My.
Well, that's not, Mom, the same word doesn't count 3 times.
Your computer just went off air. I know.
no, I
It
didn't.
says on air.
It just said... Oh, no, that was just a... Nothing. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Well.
So talk to the audience. It's your moment. It's your birthday. It's Mama Llama's birthday. On the 4th of February. Come on, Mom, say something now. Don't make me look like I'm crazy. I didn't get born all by myself. I wasn't shot down from crit down through a toilet. And I didn't get born on a manger because I landed on the long Farmville. No, I'm Mom's kid. I'm Clark Luthor. See, my mom's not afraid of me. She isn't scared of me. I've been living around and there and back again too long to say, hey, my mom has every reason to be proud. And that's not narcissism. That's just a guy who loves his mom and would protect his mom. Cast a snake out with a stick. Remember Tuesday, May 22nd, 2007? Oh, we can talk about that now. He probably even dead and gone. He died somewhere else. All right, not saying his name. He's the snake. Well, he ain't around no more. Like a Tom Petty song, he got chased out by a Mad Hatter with no hat, no teeth, and fully loaded little tadpole. The sun went off. Took 7 years to get that out of me, but then when I realized I had that strength, I had to learn to control that. I had to get God back in my life for real, and then when I realized that church people were full of shit, like business people, hookers, whores, and pimps, and all that other stuff, oh, right, well, I guess what? They're nice people, but so are most drug dealers. They'll even try their own shit before a psychiatrist prescribes it and say, we tried it. No, we tested it. When they say we tested it, and when a psychiatrist say, we tested it, watch out for we tested it shit, because at least drug dealers say, this is good shit. And you know it is. It's plain English. Street sounding, rap song listening, even good for a lyric that I can slur out better with a Babylon song. But anything other than that, yeah, you know, yeah, human testing's the best when it's good with pot. Don't you agree, Mom? Human testing's the best shit when it's good pot.
You know what?
Yeah, tell me about your pot stories.
I'm going to leave now.
No. You were an old hippie, Mom. Don't tell me you gotta leave now. This is Last Voice of Liberty and Mom Sean.
This is Blog Talk Radio.
No, it ain't. It's Spreaker.
Okay,
it's different.
so it's Spreaker.
It's different.
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Forgive
I
my
just told
ignorance.
you. You're not ignorant.
All
You're my
I
mother.
know is I just don't want to be put on the spot anymore, so I'm going to duck out here. Good luck. Sayonara.
Well, in that case, I think we'll end the show in 15 minutes, because I can end it at 9 right now, because I think we just annoyed the whole public, at least I did. Well, anyway, so if you don't mind, I'm going to call somebody, if you go. If not, just 10 minutes of your time, and I'll drown it out with the intro, outro. And those mine.
Oh.
Yeah, we only got 15 minutes to talk, so let's crack some jokes. Come on, Mom. Yeah, on the dot. I'll end it. 9 on the dot, I will end it. I will stop misbehaving online, but I'm not promising I'll be good on the phone. Now, when you're 5, you'll get your ass smacked for something like that, but when you're 36 and paying your own rent and stuff, you kind of got a little traction. A little, just not much.
Have some traction, because you
Yeah, I better be able to run through
speed.
Yeah, I better have some flight before I jump out that window, because that stuff only works landing on your feet in movies.
Luthor, your ass is at it.
Oh, yeah. Crouching egg, leaping eagle, on the snow, balled out. Cannonballed. Baldy locks on the snow. Yeah, my insanity came from somewhere, and she's sitting on that host couch while I'm just talking to her. I should have done YouTube this. Oh, Mama Lava could have been on camera. Or are you? No, you're not. You're not. You know, I'm just kidding. Don't throw the laptop at me. Don't hit me with the notebook.
Smash your head in it like an oyster shell.
Remember those old Looney Tunes? They smashed the book upside your head and your head went through the book and you had your book around, you had book and shoulders, not like a shampoo, head and shoulders. No, the book was through the head and it was on the shoulders, book and shoulders. You got booked is what they should put on a meme somewhere for a character on Looney Tunes. You got booked. And then put bars in front of it. Looney Tuned out. Almost time.
13 minutes.
13 minutes. Hey, Axel, remember me? 13. There's only one person in the whole Orange County that will know who I am when I say that. He was in CRMC with me. Hey, Dr. Wynn and Jen,
How are my mom and I getting along now? Am I in trouble? I bet I'll be if I come back and beat that butt again. Whoa! Caw-caw! Alright, Mom. Don't get... Alright, you leaving? Alright, love you, Mommy. Other than that, everything's fine. And this mine will come on in 5 minutes. After the 47. Almost time, Mom. Don't leave. You love that song. Come on. And you think I don't come back for no reason? Nah. Mom and I work well together. She don't want to be co-host. She's not very dependable yet. She's not Eva.
No, I'm not Eva.
You're right. Eva's on the other side of the coast. And I get killed if I try to do anything over there. Open up your what? No, shut up, boy. Yeah. LAPD take me out worse than Chris Dorner. They just wipe me out right on the screen. Whitewash. That would be me. LAPD. Oh, yeah. We're talking. Yeah, I was talking about wrongfully accused people. When you got your mom up here listening to everything you say running along the audience, you know you safe. I better be safe now. She called the whole help on me 4 times to help, and they did worse. I came out better. Other than that, everything great. Oh, then you want to say anything? Because I'll just start the intro after. Yeah, it's almost there. I'll start in 5 minutes. After this 49, I'll start it. You want to say anything so I can just get away with doing this?
Yeah. Somebody yesterday advised me to write my script. Since you offered me an hour of airtime.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, sorry. You might as well do it for Nicole's sake. Nicole back. Oh, yeah, you say it. I'll say it. Go ahead.
I should have written myself a script, but unfortunately I couldn't get my doctor to release the grip on his pad, so...
Your doctor's a female? The grip on the pad, man, that sounds kind of personal. What are you grabbing that for, Mom? Come on, Mom. Oh, Mom.
Play the song.
Play the song. I'm about to get late term aborted. Oops. All right. Now, you know Mom and I get along now. Now you know he ain't crazy. Mom is a good mom. If you ain't got a mom, there's also like Mama Llama. You got issues. I ain't got no problems. I've been here for a while. At Mom's house. And now, what are we playing now to end this show? What is it, Mom? What's the song? Proteus what?
Proteus Nor.
Say it louder.
Proteus Nor.